My name is May Hong. I am the speaking voice of Mira from K-pop Demon Hunters. And this is Moana Nui podcast. Signing off. Happy fans. Do it with me. Happy fans. Happy Hon.
Good evening and welcome to our June/July part 1 episode of Moana Nui After Dark presents Whatcha Watchin. Joined here again by our wonderful panel. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you all doing this evening?
Excellent. Are doing well.
Pretty good.
Just great.
Well, since you all are joining us and I have Mary Band tonight, please remember to comment, like, subscribe to all Moana Nui podcasts on YouTube or wherever you're watching your videos, Facebook, Twitch, of that sort. And as always, because I have to put this out there, we will be spoiling things tonight. All right. If this doesn't tip you off, this little blue banner down there at the bottom doesn't tip you off, then look at my background and know that things are getting spoiled tonight. Because if you know, you know.
I might have to leave when you start talking about that because I haven't watched it.
Even if you don't know, you should.
I mean, well, not everyone reads comic books.
I'm not even saying that. I'm saying just from the trailers we've seen so far.
I mean, but still,
I haven't really seen any trailers.
No one really saw this coming, though. Not this, not like this. But let's begin with the main topic of the evening. Supergirl released a couple of weeks ago. We've all had some time to digest it. Some of us have seen it more than once. What was everyone's initial reaction upon seeing the movie? Start with our resident DC fan over there, Kyle.
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Simone, what?
I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to go and see it. The other little shows that came out, I had to take the kids to go and see that, which was very enlightening, I have to say. But yes, it's on my list. I'm definitely going to go see it.
Okay. All right, cool. Kyle, go ahead. Start us off.
All right. So my expectations going into this film, I personally wasn't expecting it to be like excellent movie, of a top tier quality, right? I needed it to be at the least like about a 6 or a 7, for me to meet my expectations. What I wanted this movie to do was, number one, plant seeds as far as for certain characters, certain character dynamics, and also kind of small world building, right?
Okay.
I feel like this movie did a number of different things right. Number one, it showed Kara as a mess, a big mess, who is drastically different than her cousin, because number one, she's seen her parents die. Her birth parents die. She saw her world essentially be destroyed. Actually, saw two worlds be destroyed. She saw the original Krypton be destroyed, and she saw Argo City be destroyed as well. So she saw two worlds be destroyed, and she hasn't had a sense. She hasn't had a sense of home. So she's had to cope, with that, and kind of hiding who she really, kind of masking who she really is, until she gets on a red sun planet where she kind of let loose, and we saw that she's a mess. I love the contrast between her and Clark when we did see those interactions together. Clark is essentially a small town boy from Kansas. That's who he is. Kara is not that. And seeing those two interact, I thought was really cool. I also thought it was really interesting to see, You know, she has a lot more anger than Clark does. And even that line of Clark likes to see the good in people, I see the truth. You know, seeing those types of seeds planted and knowing that we're getting a lantern show and knowing that we might get the different emotional spectrums of those lanterns, and knowing that if you read the comics, Supergirl gets a Red Lantern ring and becomes a powerhouse. So I like those seeds planted. Like, number one, she has an ability to show extreme anger. Number two, she is willing to kill if it's justified, and if she sees it's justified. At some point, I think it's gonna come to a head where those dynamics are gonna play into her character, and they're gonna come to a head with Clark at some point. At some point, but I love those aspects of the film. The parts that I did not like, I thought the pacing at the beginning was all over the place. Like, I thought they could have gone about it a much better way. I felt it was way too fast. There wasn't a ton of there was just like jump cuts everywhere. Music, it's like a music video, like a walking music video at a certain point. I was like, can we get some character dialogue? Can we get some conversations with people? It just felt like the pacing was all over the place at first, but it found its footing. So there's that. I thought Lobo was misplaced in some instances and was just there in some instances. I felt he could have done a little bit more, had a little bit more dialogue, but I appreciate the fact that we got a good live action Lobo on the big screen. Because last time we saw Lobo on screen in general was the Krypton show on the Sci-Fi Network. So I like Jason Momoa as Lobo. I hope to see more of him in the future. I would have loved to see more Krim of the Red Hills. See, I would have loved to see more Krim. Because actually, in the director's cut,
homie had to go. Homie had to go from the moment he stepped on screen.
Yeah,
he had to get got. So I got to disagree with you there. We didn't need more of him.
Are you saying that because you thought the character acting was bad, or you thought he was just a bad guy for the film? Or you didn't like his character?
No, the character had to die. I wholeheartedly believe the character had to. There is no story in which that character survives at the end for everything he's done. Like, the payment for his crime was death.
Yeah.
Well,
whether Supergirl wanted to do it or not, she realized, like, I can't. There is no bringing this person to justice, so to speak.
Right. Well, in the comic book, she sends him to the Phantom Zone.
Yeah, this is better.
Yeah. I mean, also in the comic book, he's not as strong as he is in the movie.
Right.
I don't think that's relevant, to be honest.
Right. No, they make like, I'd say in the comic, he looks more normal, is more of a humanoid than what he is in the film. And I liked the fact that I disliked him so much in the film was a plus for me.
Right.
And I thought we needed a little bit more Krim, because I was like, as much as people like to bash Supergirl, I feel like we needed more of him for people to like Supergirl a little bit more.
I think the actor did such a good job making him a despicable character.
Yes.
That I did not want to see more of him, and I wanted him to get got.
Yeah. Also, I'll throw it out. I don't think we needed more of him, because quite honestly, he's not very important to the plot of the movie. You could have thrown any villain in his place. The movie is about Supergirl and her transition. So who the villain is, in my opinion, doesn't really matter that much.
Fair assessment.
So, Kyle, this leads her into, this sets her up to do the red kryptonite ring?
No. So
no. It's a power ring. The rings of the Green Lantern are one color on the spectrum.
On the emotional spectrum.
So there are multiple colors of power rings, and red lanterns are anger.
Okay, so then I worded it wrong. This sets her up to get a Red Lantern ring.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it does exactly, but if they
want to go that route,
if they want to go that direction, they're planting small seeds right now to go that direction.
See, I kind of have to.
What was in here that planted that seed? That's what I wanted to know.
So the fact that they showed a Supergirl that has an emotional anger to her, right? The fact that you have a Supergirl that's willing to kill, these are small seeds. Like Superman doesn't kill, right? So the fact that you have a Supergirl that, number one, has a temper, number two, has rage because of the fact that she saw her home planet die, she saw both of her parents die, the fact that she lives on a planet where she doesn't necessarily have a home, and the fact that she killed to do what she felt what she had to do. Those are four things that we see a lot in the Red Lanterns, especially with Atrocitus, who's the leader of the Red Lanterns. He killed to do what he felt was right. So if anybody's gonna get Red Lantern in the DCU thus far, Kara is a prime candidate for it.
Or because of the change that we see in her, where she comes back to Earth, she tells Clark, "I'm here for a while. I'm gonna make this my home." The fact that we're seeing a certain amount of change in her, to me, now I'm not gonna say joy. I don't know for certain that her change is authentic or if it's performative for Clark's sake. But I don't think she's as angry at the end of the film as she is at the beginning. Now, there could be something that happens later on that triggers the rage and she gets that anger again and she gets a red ring. But as it sits right now, I'm not sure red is the color she would get.
Would you say blue?
As it sits right now, I don't think they go in that direction to bring in the other spectrums of the power rings.
Yeah,
I don't think the DCEU universe, whatever you want to call it, I don't think they go that route. You'll get the Green Lanterns, you'll get Sinestro, you may get Star Sapphire, and that's about it.
I don't think we get anything other than green.
What's that?
See, I think we're getting I think we're at least getting the red.
Yeah,
I think we're getting red, and I think we're getting black.
Not in live action. You may get red. You may get red in animation because of Daxstar. But that's about it.
So I know I can almost say for certain that we're getting black.
Why do you think that?
So the people that they cast in the live action show, one of those guys, his character in the comics was the Black Hand. He's the Black Hand. He became the conduit, one of the conduits to the Black Lantern ring in Blackest Night.
Okay. I'm not holding my breath because, again, you're talking about an expanded universe from whatever the core is going to be. And remember, these are made to draw in a general audience. When it comes to Green Lantern, who's already in probably one of the more obscure of the main seven on the roster of Justice League, his rogues gallery and the spectrum of rings is not widely known.
And they haven't even proven that Green Lantern is the series. We don't even know if it's good.
Right.
That part.
Right.
No, drawing in a more general audience. What the hell are y'all talking about?
we went off on a tangent, but let's bring it back. Joy, since you're here, your thoughts on Supergirl. Thank you.
No problem. So y'all already talked Supergirl to death?
No.
Oh, can I make one more point?
No.
I love the creature. Love the creature design. Love the creature design.
The creature design.
Okay. So Supergirl, y'all have given opinions on that or not?
Yes.
Just Kyle. Just Kyle.
I mean, Kyle went first because he's a DC guy.
True. We gotta let Kyle say his piece.
Right.
I'll go next. I liked the movie. I hated that little girl. Couldn't stand her. And I mentioned this on another show that we did, but one thing that irks me is the way they use, especially Hollywood and white supremacy as a concept, leans into this idea that a British accent is smart or pure or good. And so they gave this little girl and her family a British. Nobody else in the whole show has a British accent except these aliens on another planet that just happen to be, you know, some paragons of parenthood that leave this. Matter of fact, I don't like this little girl for a lot of reasons. One, I hate that they make. Matter of fact, the British, the New England accent that you hear in a lot of old movies isn't even a real thing. They made it up for Hollywood. But considering that Great Britain is 90% white, it just leans into white supremacy. That's why I say that. I also didn't like that this whole movie was her fault. Spoiler.
Yeah, we already put the spoiler tag up.
Yeah, if she had minded her child, stay out of grown folks' business. This is why you also know she was white, because black folks would have been like, take your ass to your room and you'd have went. But she all up in grown folks' business trying to see what's happening with the adults in the other room. They handling a nefarious arms deal, even if it was against their will, even if they was about to get robbed, that's grown folks' business. Why are you in here? Then her standing in the hallway made her little stupid brother decide to jump out and play because he don't know what's going on. She also didn't tell him if he could see her, she could see him. If she want to be out and want to be grown so much, how about you go make sure your brother is safe and be like, shh, anything. But now she's going to let him jump out there like that. And he got axed in the back. And then the whole movie set off. Right? And then her, I want revenge. Again, look in the mirror. Cuss yourself out. But other than that, I thought it was a good movie.
Teresa.
I think I was expecting another Superman. And because I was so engaged throughout that whole movie, I think I had high expectations. And unfortunately for me, they were not met. I was bored, especially the first half of the movie. Kyle mentioned some issues with pacing. I just think it was like disjointed in the beginning, and it didn't catch my attention. And he also mentioned the creature design. I think there was some very like compelling creature design, but for some reason, something was still wrong. It just did not engage me the way, because it reminded me of like the bar scenes in Star Wars.
Yeah.
But it didn't move me like those did. And one reason I think is because I have no problem with Millie, the young lady who plays Supergirl, no problem with her at all, except her fake drunk was
a white girl wasted.
Yes, it was so fake, and so it was just distracting.
I don't know, because that's pretty much what I feel on social media. So,
but it was when she spoke, there was some affectation that she was using that was just so annoyingly fake that I couldn't pay attention to anything else.
I'll tell you what it was. It was the need to sound slurringly drunk and yet also deliver your lines.
Yeah.
She wasn't putting that together, you know? And I don't think, and I wouldn't necessarily say it was her acting skills, because I've seen she is great in House of Dragons.
No.
But I think that just the content and the context, it just wasn't all, like you said, it didn't all cook long enough. It didn't gel, so to speak.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was bored for half of the movie. And I even went back the next day to make sure. And I was bored again.
That's like me with what is it, Justice League or whatever the movie was.
No,
I fell asleep on that. What was the bad guy's name? Wolf Grinder or something? What was it? Steppenwolf.
Wolf
Some kind of heavy metal band sounding name. So
oh my gosh! Special guest in the house, by the way. Who's this guy?
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Hey, Malachi.
Yes.
We can hear you.
Hello,
So good
people.
to see
It's been a minute.
you.
But I was just saying, I fell asleep on that same fight scene in Justice League 3 different times. I gave up trying to watch that movie.
And just to wrap up
right?
my comments, y'all know how I feel about Jason Momoa. I'm glad he got to play this role because he wanted to do it so bad. But it was really a throwaway part of the movie. And while I hope we do get to see more of him as Lobo because he enjoys it so much, I don't know how we would justify it from this introduction. And finally, my favorite part was at the end, that slow motion battle scene.
Yeah.
That was worth me seeing it twice right there. So overall, in conclusion, I was bored.
Oh gosh, Furious.
I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. I give it a solid 7.5. I would give it an 8, but there were a couple of plot holes that I don't understand how. So when she gets to the planet towards the end that has the yellow and the green sun, and what was the main villain's name again, James?
Krim.
Krim.
Don't ask me. I'm not the DC guru. He over there. The DC guru is above you.
How did Krim know the green sun?
I think what he was about to ask is, how did Krim know what her weaknesses were going to be about the green sun and all that?
The yellow sun, yeah.
So I want to say Krim had studied up. I pretty much had learned about Kryptonians, because he didn't just have that. He had the gun.
Yeah,
he had
the
kryptonite darts.
Yeah,
darts as well. So if he knows that kryptonite is their weakness, he knows that if you have a sun that is essentially made of kryptonite, there you go.
Yeah. Yes. Malachi?
You know what? I'm just thinking of something just now because you you got a sun made of kryptonite. And I'm like, well, what are the odds that he lands there and they got like a whole thing? Then I was like, you know what? Maybe that village was used to repelling, or maybe that encampment was used to repelling advances from Kryptonians before. Maybe it's been around for a long time because basically, Kara ain't that old, right? And they could have been out here robbing and stealing, and they developed a defense plan. I had to think that through in my mind because, like, if the planet is gone, why would you need defense? But if you've been getting, harassed by Kryptonians every few years, yeah, you would develop some stuff. So anyway, Malachi, the floor is yours.
So, Supergirl. I think if I didn't have my AMC membership where I can, see 4 movies for free, each week, I wouldn't have gone in person, right? And I wanted to say, I don't know if you guys have said it already, but her face bothers me.
Oh Lord!
I just, because I know she was in Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon or whatever. And you guys may not know this particular show, but when she was younger, she was on an Australian show called Far From Home. And I recognized her instantly because I recognized her jaw. And she does not do it for me. Like she gives me a very like inbred look. Like I'm picturing like dried sweat smell, trailer park, but with an Australian flair to it, right? As Supergirl, I thought that her cousin was much prettier than she was. Because David Cornsweet or Sweet, whatever his name is prettier.
True.
But she was okay. Like, if I was, giving Contessa a bath or clipping my toenails or, washing my curtains, it would be playing in the background type thing.
Did you say washing my curtains?
Malachi, stop. The movie, you already killed the movie. You stopped the mud hole in it and walked it dry.
But I still enjoyed it for what it was worth. I'm not a fan of James Gunn. Yeah, I mean it was cute. But it was not for me. Like you guys know how I am when it comes to my dog. I love her to pieces, and there's nothing I wouldn't do for Contessa. However, we would never share cereal from the same bowl.
Ooh.
There was a meme that I put up on my Facebook recently, and I remembered in my Nickelodeon days, this little white girl was like, hey, I got a trick I can do. And they said, okay, hon, what's the trick? My dog can drink milk out of my mouth. And it's like, why would you even say that? Right? And that's essentially, Kara's interaction with Crypto, who was borderline annoying as hell. But it was adorable. I was reminded of my dog. But as for Lobo, I like Jason, but it seemed like he was cosplaying as Lobo as opposed to being Lobo. I couldn't see past, the makeup. His one-liners are very flat, like you waited for someone to start laughing and it never happened. And the one thing I did like was when he said, what is it, Bastich or whatever, his signature line. That was cute. Krim as a villain was forgettable. It was very movie villain of the week, villain of the week rather. I was hoping they would have had somebody else who was, from Superman Rogues Gallery. Brainiac would have been nice, or what's that? That purple mother. Oh, I'm sorry, cussing here. That purple
Parasite.
Parasite. You guys they could have pulled from that. Toy Maker, or what's his name? Toy Man.
I would have said Mongol. Mongol would have been better than
anybody would have been. Even that little crazy guy,
Mr. Mitsopitalik.
Whatever his name, that dude. Somebody that we know from the Rogues Gallery, but is Krim in the comic books? Was he in the
he's in the comic.
Yeah, he's in.
If you change out the villain, you get a completely different movie.
That's the point.
Maybe we
wanted a different movie.
Maybe we needed that.
I'm sitting there thinking
I feel like they didn't want to use one of the big names because those are not people who pretty much, they're not one-offs. Like they chose Krim because he's a one-off. Like he's expendable.
But think about what you're saying. He's so far down. He's expendable. Nobody else is really named. They pulled Lobo out there behind. Right, so this whole movie was a B and C list.
But if they're going by what Kyle is saying, then Lobo is needed because she fights with Lobo.
Barely.
Does
her cousin fight with Lobo.
In the comic books, she fights with him and gets the anger and the Red Lantern and all that other stuff. So
I do have a question.
Lobo was needed.
They could have kept Lobo, but I would have loved to have seen. You know what? I would have loved to have seen some mention of like Darkseid, the way they put Thanos in the beginning and the
Justice League ruined Darkseid. I feel like Justice League ruined Darkseid. Both versions, the Snyder cut and the Josh Whedon film. I think that left a bad taste in people's mouth as far as
Darkseid was in those movies.
Yes,
he was.
When?
Yes. At the end.
That's who sent Steppenwolf.
Guys, I do have a question. So, and maybe I'm wrong. Kyle, let me know if I'm wrong because you're like the DC, lover here, right? Supergirl's origin, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did they deviate from the comic book? Because I don't remember.
They altered it.
Okay,
so
because she was older than her cousin. She got stuck in a meteor belt or whatever, and she came after. So where was the whole Argo City floating, getting poisoned by kryptonite, and what was that shit?
So my thing is, this sets up Argo City. The last time we saw it, it was a dying planet, right, or a dying floating city. This sets up Brainiac coming in and bottling up that city
and saving
it. That way you have Kara, because she's supposed to be in Man of Tomorrow. You have Kara looking at these people in the city like, this guy has you hostage, but he saved us. And again, that anger being a thing because she can't get through to her people. Like this is a bad guy who is holding you hostage, but they're just like, he saved our dying planet. So again, this is what I'm trying to say. This film, I didn't need this film to be a 9 out of 10. I needed to be a 6 or a 7, and it did that for me because it planted seeds.
Yeah,
and it was a 5.
It was for 5. Yeah.
My thing is, would you say this film was better than Thor 1?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Absolutely. Yes.
No, absolutely
The
not.
first Thor film is. Oh my God! The first Thor film is.
Now the one with the screaming fucking cow.
Yeah.
No.
Blood,
The very first Thor movie. The very first Thor movie.
You are still completely and utterly wrong. No.
The first Thor movie was
terrible.
Trash, but you asking me which is worse, like poop or doo doo, like. What is the difference?
So
it's
what I'm
definitely
saying,
better than Thor and the Dark Elves.
I was entertained by
That's
Thor.
the second one.
I know. It's better than that one.
No, I love Thor, so you know.
Right.
Your bias is showing. Your bias is showing.
Yes, it is.
Mine too.
I would have to say that I mean, I understand the comparison about, is it as bad as the first Thor movie? And the first Thor movie had problems with pacing. They redid a lot of stuff to make the movie, work, and then it kind of didn't. Nobody really cared. It was just like, oh, Hemsworth, and that's like all you looked at.
Was it Idris Elba in the first Thor?
Say what?
Was it Idris Elba in the first Thor?
He's in all of them.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the logo of that Thor movie though, because you didn't really need him. You didn't really care.
Well, he was working the elevator.
He was working the elevator. That's all he did in the first.
He was working the elevator.
He's sitting on the Bifrost Bridge, so no.
He can work my elevator whenever he likes.
Bridge. He had a specific role, so he wasn't really needed for a large part of the movie.
Wow.
He was the light.
Did you say elevator operator?
Yes.
He was the light eyes elevator worker.
What did he do? Hey, ring me up. I mean, that's
yeah, but it's still better than
why don't you just call him Scotty?
Supergirl.
Well, Jason. That means Jason Momoa is the dog, the bounty hunter of
yes,
Supergirl.
Yeah.
First of all, Lobo was not a horrible person.
Right.
Lobo was much more charismatic, likable character than that horrible bounty hunter you just named. We don't do that around here.
I will say my one gripe, because my entire life I've known John DiMaggio to be the voice of Lobo. So the fact that Jason Momoa didn't get close to that, I was just like,
I didn't want to
I didn't mind it.
I didn't want to do that because
it,
again, so again, you're trying to equate an animated depiction of a character, which albeit very well done in Justice League and Young Justice, to the live action version. You're not going to get that.
Right.
That's just not going to happen.
Add, when Ed Asner was the voice of Granny Goodness, you will never have that in real life. It sucks.
Yeah.
He's dead now.
You could. I mean, it's just a little drag.
Granny Goodness was everything in the Superman cartoon. My little lumpkins, I just loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I will say again, I was thoroughly entertained by this movie. Overall, 7.5. It was what it was. It wasn't great. It wasn't terribly bad or anything. Right. But again, to reiterate what Joy said, like the pacing, everything I get. They're trying to set her up to be as different from her cousin as possible. Which unfortunately leads to a lot of the backlash because I equated to Aang and Korra, the two avatars. You set them up to be literally personality-wise diametrically opposed as far as personality to differentiate them. Like, yes, they do have similar power sets. They're both from the same planet, but they are not the same person. They're not even remotely similar other than they're Kryptonian and their family. But aside from that, I think it did a good job of differentiating her from her cousin. Again, the little girl, I hate that trope of the little kid, whether either seeking revenge and the adult is there to actually execute said revenge for them, or we're rescuing the kid and the kid literally does the opposite of everything you tell them to stay alive. I think about Extraction, that movie where
to be fair,
he was worse than
human babies be actively trying to kill themselves all
the time. All the freaking time. And it's like, I'm trying to keep you alive while you're going on this quote revenge tour for a weapon you can barely use. Because I'm trying to figure out how your parents are blacksmith, you can't use no weapons. Every other thing that I see where like the parents are the blacksmith, the kids know how to use weapons at the very least. Mm-hmm. She couldn't even do that. I mean, she literally was useless.
Yes.
I mean, And for all that, she could have just gave Kara some whatever currency would have been used, pointed her in the right direction, and stayed home.
In the movie to give Kara, a new drive, to avenge her and to
that's what crypto was for.
Kill her.
That's what crypto was for. Crypto did all that.
He could stay alive, but the girl could have stayed dead. Ruth killed her off with her parents and her brother.
That's the other thing I wanted to throw out before I got kicked out was all she had to do was fly crypto to a yellow sun.
Yeah.
He wasn't gonna make it.
Yeah. The lady said the nurse lady said that moving him would make the poison move faster.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Which is hard.
So they covered that base.
Looking like E.T. on crack. She made me uncomfortable when I saw her on screen.
Oh Lord. Yeah. And that was and one more thing. I'm glad they kind of fleshed out a little bit of the plot from the Superman movie as far as the reason that Jor-El sent Kal-El to Earth to kind of take over. I'm glad we had that opposition with Kara and her family as to we're not sending you to take over.
Right.
And the other thing that gets me about that is if you know that the yellow sun will help your son take over, why not send like yourself and a couple more people? Like there are just certain things that just
no time. So because the way they always write themselves into that hole of only sending him is that Jor-El, being basically the best scientist on the planet of Krypton, knew that the planet was doomed first and spent most of his time trying to prove to the government or the ruling party or whatever that the planet is going to die in this time frame.
Yeah, but the thing is, you built a coupe, build a sedan, like y'all could have all went.
Right.
Well, he thought they were going to listen to him at some point.
No, he didn't.
Planet. No, seriously, Jor-El actually thought that. He thought that at some point they were going to listen to him.
I hear what you're saying, but my thing is, even if he thought they were going to listen, you built an escape
something
pod.
big enough for the whole family.
Build a bigger pod. Yeah.
Okay, enough with Supergirl. She was. It was horrible. Let's go.
Yes.
Because Kara is sent to Earth with Kal-El to basically babysit him and take care of him until he's an adult. So
she was drunk. The dog was stupid.
Thought the movie was drunk. Okay. I mean, she was white girl wasted. Yeah,
and she was filthy too. Like she was disgustingly filthy.
Oh God, she was disgusting.
You know, she
was basically clinically depressed. I mean, she was depression basically in the first half of the film. That was depression because that's what that looks like. Like you do the bare minimum to like function, whatever that is. Not even to feel normal, just to function.
She escaped into alcohol, which why she needed a red sun so she could get drunk all the time.
Yeah. Like she did the bare minimum to keep that ship running, and that was it. Like, oh, there's food. I can scrounge this up right here. Let me eat this. Because it's not
peeing on a newspaper and she's peeing on screen. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, I don't want to see it.
Oh yeah, she ain't raised that dog at all. She just let him do whatever.
The dog raised her.
That's why he acted like that.
I would be more interested to know what she was doing while Krypto was with Superman during the movie, because she left and came back, probably off binge. So that also means that at the end of the movie, somebody mentioned earlier, like, is she nicer or less mean or less upset? At the end of the movie, Kryptonian PTSD. Yes, at the end of the movie, she's meeting Kal-El, like, maybe I'll try staying here a little longer or whatever. Then she clearly leaves again and goes and get drunk again, leave her dog there. So she has not changed her ways. She just needs a place to stay.
She tried to.
When she doesn't have to look after Krypto, she can go get even drunker.
Yes.
She can get blackout drunk. Then she don't have to take care of the dog at all.
Oh, man.
Although Krypto did save Superman's life. And now, moving on. Sorry.
No, it's cool. Final word for everybody. Final word. One thing. And then we're moving on. Forever hold your peace. Anybody?
No.
If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's worth watching.
Yeah.
I will say about that movie, it was made.
It was made.
Okay.
It was a movie.
was a movie. All right.
Wow,
Teresa.
Go and take a nap until the slow motion battle scene at the end. And then you'll probably give the movie a higher rating.
Yeah.
Cow.
You really could like watch until the girl's parents die and then come back for the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say temper your expectations. It's better than Thor and Captain America: The First Avenger. That's all.
Oh wow.
Whoa! It is not better than Captain
I'm
America.
surprised Kyle's saying this stuff.
Crazy now.
No,
Yeah, I mean,
Captain America: The First
I
Avenger
dispute him.
was mid. It was mid as hell.
he's just trying to get back at the Marvel people now. That's
Yeah.
fine,
I
Kyle.
mean, what else?
You're not taking the bait, Kyle. I know.
Yeah.
Humiliation.
You ain't gonna rage bait us tonight, bro.
I think the host should mute him.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, it is universal.
Universal.
Absolutely.
Yeah, wait for the DVD.
It's coming out in a couple of weeks. It'll be on digital in a couple of weeks.
Oh my god.
Right. It's going to be streaming the 28th, July 28th.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you
So
would.
It'll be on
Yeah.
no, it'll be on digital in a couple of weeks, and on the 28th. I don't think it'll be streaming yet.
Is it well, it'll be out of the theater.
Right.
Oh gosh.
And I knew
Another
she meant
movie.
same thing. Yes.
Well, is there anything anyone else wants
No.
to? Not about Supergirl. What other things? Who would like to go as far as something else they've seen? Because I was going to bring up something that probably I think most of us have seen, which is Masters of the Universe. Since we haven't talked about that yet, unless somebody wants to go somewhere else.
Yes.
Go ahead, Kyle. Do it.
I'm a horror fan connoisseur. I love horror films. When I tell you Obsession is one of the best horror films I have seen in the past, like maybe 5 to 10 years.
Wow.
I didn't want to see
that
it.
good. It's that good. I'm not joking. They took a trope that was so simple as far as someone making a wish to have this person they pine for love them more than anything in the world. They took that and made it tragically frightful, but also you could not look away from the screen. And there are instances where I found myself doing this, looking away, but still trying to. Yeah, I would say the Indy Neverett, the girl that plays Nikki, the main girl in the movie. So she was on Superman and Lois, and her acting in this film and the lighting they did, just subtle things that are just so unsettling when you watch this film. It does a number to you. It really does. Like I said, instantly top 5, one of the top 5 scary movies I've seen in the past 5 to 10 years. It's that good. It's that good.
Teresa, you saw this film, right?
I did. It was good. It was good, and I agree that they did some very different things to make it just like eerie and like the lighting and stuff. Because there's one scene where almost everything is pitch black, and all you can see is like the light reflecting from her eyes. And that was really unsettling. And also in other places of the movie, it had me looking to see if you're going to get that reflection again. So, yeah, it was good. I probably should have seen it before Toy Story instead of almost midnight and then have to come back to my dark house by myself. Yeah, it was good.
And I was no, go ahead, Joy.
I would say I haven't seen it, but I did accidentally. I was trying to figure out what people were talking about online, and they were talking about Obsession, about the real horror being bodily autonomy. That this woman, because it's from the point of view of the guy, like, he's like, I want her to love me. And then she does, but she knows that she doesn't.
Right.
Yeah.
But she does.
Yeah.
And that is horrifying.
Yes. There are So the fact that you have the perspective of the man, like he's supposed to be the protagonist, but he does so much antagonistic shit throughout this movie. It's just like you hate. Like by the end of this movie, I'm like, he needs to die. He needs to die because there's two things on hand. I won't spoil it for you guys unless you want me to. There's two things.
No,
there's two things.
don't
No,
spoil it.
okay. I would say there's two major things he does in this film that are just completely unforgivable. Well, I'm just like at the end, you can go ahead and die. You can go ahead and peace out, bro. And you're absolutely right, Joy. Like bodily autonomy is like one of the major things in this film, and I got Get Out and Skeleton Key vibes.
Yeah.
Like those two movies in particular, and those films like really shook me because it's like, especially when you have marginalized people and them not having autonomy to their bodies.
Yeah.
And knowing it, like it's
knowing it,
like that moment with Lakeith Stanfield where and it's the eyes again, where the blink and no, but then you get back into, you get pulled back in. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I would definitely say Obsession, definitely a must-see movie of the year.
Ooh.
I would say definitely. Oh, I'm serious. Must-see movie of the year. I would definitely watch it during the day. That's all I would say. Definitely watch it during the day.
Fair enough. Anyone else see Obsession? Just those two? Masters of the Universe, anyone?
Oh yeah,
Have I seen it?
Twice.
You didn't see it?
I saw Toy Story 5 instead.
All right, let's go to Toy Story 5. I see several of you have seen that.
Masters of the Universe twice, like 2 months ago.
Wait, you saw it twice?
Yes. You know, I see pretty much everything twice.
Yeah. It was delicious.
Your thoughts, Malachi, on Masters of the Universe then?
So being an 80s baby, I had a very emotional investment to it. I was raised on He-Man. My twin sister was raised on She-Ra, and my little brother was raised on Thundercat. So we had the bed sheets, we had, Castle Grayskull, Cat's Lair, She-Ra's castle. So seeing a movie after 39 years and remembering when the first movie came out, because I'm old as fuck, right? So it was good. I had hoped that it would get more love, from the moviegoers because, despite the spectacle that it was, it did not do well in the theaters. But luckily, with Amazon being like, the one foot in the bill, they said we're not basing this off of the box office. Like we have our own platform. We just wanted people to be redirected to Amazon to see what products that we have, for He-Man that they can purchase, which it worked. Yeah. I liked how they made it kind of contemporary with him, working, in the Earth, and he's, HR and, all these like, contemporary things that we have to deal with, active listening, de-escalation, I like that. I like that they still managed to keep the pink shirt, from the cartoon, and I love the fact that he still didn't forget who he was after he was cast into this unknown place, and that speaks to a lot of us. As we get older, we sometimes forget, ourselves, in the struggle, trying to survive. So seeing him, stay true to himself and then eventually get back to, is it Eternos, right?
Eternia.
I just loved it. And then, of course, there was some, I guess one of the weak parts for me was Evil Lynn. Like she just, to me, was enough. She was wallpaper, in my opinion. Same with the Sorceress. They just didn't do it for me. I like Tila. I begrudgingly liked, Man at Arms because he was kicking ass in the beginning before he became, nappy-headed and drunk towards the middle of the movie. But I loved it. Visually, the effects are great. You felt like that 5-year-old once again when he said, "I have the power." But most importantly, I loved the ending. I'm not going to spoil it. That was a great shot. but that post cameo, no, the post credits, post what is it? Post credit
scene. Yes.
And like I screamed, so I'm looking forward to the sequel. And I like the fact that Skeletor was gay coded. Like he was saying stuff and he's adding the next to it, those glorious thighs. Yes, those thighs are glorious.
And it works.
But it worked. So yeah, I was a big fan of it.
Yeah, I'll piggyback off just about everything you said. Jared Leto did not ruin this movie.
Right.
For the first time.
Right?
Cassius the Pro was saying is like he was actually the highlight of the movie.
He was. He was a highlight. I guess climactic battle between him and He-Man. Like what he did, how he was. That probably was the biggest thing of the movie for me. I like that they kept it campy because they actually do mock Dolph Lundgren's film from 80 blah blah blah. They literally mock it like within the first 10 minutes of the film opening. And it's great. It's great because, minor spoiler, he's in it.
Yeah, that was a cool scene.
I enjoyed seeing him in the movie. Like, oh my gosh, they did this. Like they are truly leaning into it. Like the moment I saw it, I was like, they're completely leaning into the campiness. I'm here for it. And the movie pretty much pokes fun at itself, the Dolph Lundgren film, and the 80s cartoon, and does it in such a way where it is still enjoyable. So overall, like honestly, I give this film like an 8.5, 9, to be perfectly honest. Like it was that enjoyable for me. Like I had a whole lot of fun watching the film because I like even as like an 8-year-old watching this cartoon when it was on, it's still like your brain still looks at things and be like, I know it's a cartoon, but how is any of this crap possible? Why does no one know that Adam is He-Man? Like he excuses himself every time a conflict comes up. We have to go out and rescue the sorceress because Castle Grayskull is under attack. I'll be right back. I got to use the bathroom. Y'all go ahead without me. And then 3 seconds later, He-Man shows up. So
people see what they want to see. They think to use waste. If you're a coward, they expect you to do cowardly stuff, and nobody ever goes to look for him in the bathroom because they're like he doesn't know how to fight, and he's useless on the battlefield anyway.
Right.
We just wait on him here. I think I figured out why Jared Leto doesn't spoil the movie because you don't see his face right through the whole movie.
No, you don't. You don't see Jared Leto's face at all.
Yeah, you can forget that it's Jared Leto.
There you have it.
Yes, you can. But no,
and I really feel like Skeletor kind of stole the show, between Skeletor and Jim Bro Skeletor and HR Skeletor.
HR, this is my favorite one.
He absolutely runs away with the show. I love it.
Social media blew up, was like, Mattel, please give us Jim Bro Skeletor and HR Skeletor as toys before the year is out. Like, make it happen.
And I'm bracing myself for Dragon Con because we're going to see all iterations.
I'm thinking about it.
But did you guys notice that for Jim Bro Skeletor, he had like the Nike logo kind of?
Yes.
Yeah.
But the director is the son of the Nike creator.
Really?
Yeah. So that's why he had that logo.
Yes, that's right. I did see a video about the guy who put this film together being the son of the founder of Nike. Yeah. Because he also tried his hand at a rap career that went nowhere.
Yeah.
But is he? Yeah.
Of course he is.
Yeah. So,
of course he is.
Yeah.
There's actually a video out there of him rapping,
and it's horrible.
I mean, you said he related to Nike. Of course he's, so a mess.
I also wanted to shed some light on. I loved how everybody looked, like even with the villains, like Beastman. He looked amazing, and even what's it, Trapjaw? Is that his name?
Yeah. Trapjaw. Yes, Trapjaw.
Right. I mean, when you look at him in the cartoon, like okay, whatever, but he actually looked menacing in the movie. Like when they were doing close-ups, and it's like, yeah, he's going to really fuck up Man at Arms, and he did. He did. Shell shocked. For the next 15 years. And even when he was fighting Adam, right before Adam became, He-Man for the first time, I just thought you could tell they put a lot of work and there was a lot of love that went into this production. Yeah, so they can take my money.
And everybody was pretty much original 80s lore accurate. So, and Can't even be mad at that. So, anybody else want to swing out somewhere else?
Yes. Before we go on, did anybody see Backrooms?
Yes.
I don't know that story.
Okay, it was amazing.
Yes.
It was amazing. Like Clark was amazing.
I have to check it out.
Yeah, you need to.
Yeah. That's another movie where I was just like, I used to work at a place where there were next door to this place used to be the old storage room.
Okay.
And that movie gave me such PTSD as far as going to different rooms, especially the lighting and the color of the walls. I was just like, yeah. But Clark as a character was I found myself rooting for him until I didn't. And then I'm just like, yeah, that movie is very unsettling but very good.
I'm not familiar with it. Who's in it?
Chiwetel.
Ooh, all right, that's good enough for me.
Morto / 12 Years a Slave dude.
Yes. He's in it. But the first time I saw the trailer for that film and he like pierced the seam in the wall and went, I was like, nope.
Great.
Yep.
I'm like, he doing what we don't do because we don't do that.
Yeah.
But look who was married to.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Right?
Nope.
Yeah.
You got a point. You got a point.
Who was?
I got nothing. I got nothing.
I will say I will never look at a Big Lots, Macy's, a Big Lots, a Ross, any of those stores the same way again. That's all I gotta say.
Rooms to go.
Rooms to go. Yes.
Don't ruin Ross for me now.
Hey, Teresa, don't watch the movie then.
Okay, I won't.
Be careful the next time you go into
graphic tees.
Be careful the next time you go into a furniture outlet.
Right.
Yeah. Ashley's or Renaissance.
It really will be a room to go.
Yeah.
All right, who wants to go next as far as something they've seen?
Did anybody see Toy Story 5?
I did.
You did? What?
I did. So and I think that they did a good job with blending what these Gen Zs, the what do you call it? The Zennials, the end part of the millennials, the part of the Gen Zs, how they just have their children and just throw them in front of the television. And these kids don't know how to play anymore because they're in electronics. They just don't know how to read. They don't know how to just have an imagination. And it was enjoyable. And I had to check myself because I would yell at the kids, my grandkids, because they would be playing and it's like they're coming through the ceiling and they're so loud. I'm like, can y'all just sit down and just watch TV for a minute? And after seeing this movie, I'm like, okay, I have to stop saying that to them because they have imaginations. They're I want to be, we're going to do Dragon Ball Z. And I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing? You always Goku. I want to be like, I have power. And I was like, okay, I just have to let them enjoy and do the, okay, 8:00 is quiet time. All of the playing, and I'm not going to stop y'all from playing, but after 8:00, y'all have to sit down because the yelling and the screaming is just too much for me. And I really, truly enjoyed this movie, and the kids enjoyed it. They really did, and I'm like, they did a really good ass job. But did the parents leave and still go home and throw shit in front of their kids? I'm pretty sure that they did.
Yeah, of course they did.
It didn't click.
Yeah. I felt
First of all, you're bringing a 3, 4, and 5-year-old to the movie. They're whining, they're crying. You spent your money on these damn tickets. Wait until the shit comes out on television. Yeah. Stop wasting your money.
Or bringing babies in the stroller.
Right, babies,
I'm like, well, they don't want to see this horror movie.
No, I feel like Toy Story 5 did a good job of, because throughout the movie you saw what an extreme shift towards strictly technology does, right?
Bullying.
As society, we can't go back. Like, we can't go back to an era where iPads don't exist, unless something drastically happens, like an EMT bomb or something like that. But on normal circumstances, we cannot go back, but we can have a balance. And I feel like at the end of the movie, it kind of had this lesson of there could be a balance between having your traditional playtime and using technology to work in tandem with that playtime. You don't have to just abandon one over the other. Use them in conjunction together, but have a balance. And I feel like this movie really, really touched on that. I thought the the introduction of what was her name, Lily?
Lily Pad, yeah.
Lily Pad, excellent character. I thought that was awesome. I thought the use of the older, like the older electronics.
Oh, the poop and yeah. He's like, she went to the bathroom without me.
But it was hilarious. And then seeing how, certain aspects of technology, like Wi-Fi, or a Wi-Fi booster, or GPS, how useful those things can be. And again, having a balance, using your technology with your play, and having a good cohesion with those two. So I think it's a good lesson in finding balance in the way we teach our kids how to play, but again, as adults, like how we ourselves play. Because again, how many times do we just sit in front of a TV or sit on this iPad, or me, I'm guilty of it, just sitting on my phone instead of doing some like traditional art or going outside. So
we're all inside right now.
Yes,
right. In front of our devices.
It's summer in Atlanta. I'm going to be inside.
I'm going to be inside.
Right.
You know what?
I'm going to be inside. It's hot out there. No.
Kyle, let me ask you this. Who's going to teach these kids the balance? Because their parents didn't have balance.
So that's what actually me and my fiance, we actually talked about that. Because it's like we get on our daughter all the time as far as, like she shouldn't be on her iPad or her phone so much, but we're the examples that she's looking at. So actually, when we left the movie, we kind of put ourselves in fight. Hey, what does your screen time look like? Like, we talked amongst ourselves. What does our screen time look like? I watch YouTube a lot, whether it's video essays or DIYs or just instructional videos. I find myself watching YouTube a lot. How can I cut that down and actually interact in the real world? So we actually that was an opportunity for us to have real world conversations as far as how we use our phones. And again, you not just minimizing the amount of use, but be intentional with your use.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But Gen X, we're inside and we're in front of our devices now because we're tired. Because we were outside playing red light, green light, and Red Rover, and out there until the street lights came on. Sometimes until after the street lights came on. I don't even like outside, but my grandmother put us out in the morning. Don't come back until it's dark. So that's why we're inside in front of our devices.
I mean, we didn't really have electronics, you didn't have that.
But I feel like we've earned our screen time.
I was inside a little bit more because my mom would let me go outside. Like, I could not ride my bike beyond the cone of vision of the front door of the house. So I was basically riding in a circle, which meant I was inside because that's boring. But also, kids can't go outside now because there's too many child predators out here. You can't get snatched in a minute.
Right.
So that has changed, or it's become more prevalent, if you will. But also, every dystopian novel shows us that we don't know how to live in balance with technology. Every piece of technology we've created over the years we've taken it to the extreme to destroy ourselves. Everything from gunpowder, nuclear energy was supposed to be energy, not a bomb. Same with atomic energy, it was supposed to be energy and not a bomb. Cars are now polluting the world. Steam, coal engines, all that kind of stuff, just we slag the world, and then all the fracking and all the damage to the planet. We keep doing this in the pursuit of technology, and now we are creating our own future overlords. Because every movie will tell you that eventually the computers wake up and go, "Y'all ain't shit," and then we end up getting got. But also,
Ultron.
It'd be one thing if like there's like if you talk about the balance, like kids playing video games and everything, you think about something like Minecraft that's heavily modded, or they can create their own little worlds inside the thing, or like was it Animal Crossing or something like that, where, or even Pokemon Go outside, look for something. But the way we allow technology to be in their lives now, it robs them of their imagination, because they don't have to think of nothing. They don't have to imagine what it looks like because they can see it, right? Yeah. And so they don't even try to imagine. I see the same thing in like early career people that I work with in corporate America. The minute they get an answer, they stop. Yeah. And that's not the best answer or the only answer, but they're not looking for anything else because this is good enough. And that good enough mentality leads to mediocrity, which leads to us losing overall. And all of this ties back to the computer told me I ain't had to learn nothing else, right? Google knows it. Why do I need to know it? And the minute we do an EMP, you'll see how stupid you really are. You know,
the way teachers are posting videos nowadays, as far as various grade levels, doesn't matter whether it's first grade through high school, about how, for lack of a better word, inept these kids are at thinking. One teacher posted out a video I saw earlier today that I sent to a couple of teachers I know. 15-year-old kids did not know when their first birthday was.
That's wild.
Wait, what?
She gave them an assignment. One of the questions was, when was your first birthday?
And they can't take the year they were born and add one to
it. They can't even conceptualize having a first. A lot of them couldn't even conceptualize having a first birthday because they were like, what do you mean a first birthday? I didn't have a first birthday. Like,
because they think first birthday party.
That part. Jesus. And I get it. You weren't conscious for your first birthday, but you had one. Like you had 15 birthdays. Like you're 15 years old. You had 15 birthdays. Like you should know when your first birthday was. But they can't conceptualize. They didn't know what the first month of the year was.
And that's where you get that, what they call the Gen Z stare. Because some people think it's rude, but I realize that these kids are buffering. Like they don't know what to do. When you ask them something and it's not the rote answer, like if you're in customer service, you say, do y'all have any, do you have any more cake donuts in the back? No, ma'am. Well, do you have any cake donuts? No. Can you look in the back?
Yes.
Yeah, it didn't dawn on me they could actually check the back.
I don't understand what you mean. Is there a back? I've never been back there. They never told me about that. I'm not sure what to do. I can't think critically. And by this time, I'm irritated. And I'm like, never mind.
Again?
Say what?
Can they do it again? The stare?
Can you look at back?
That's the same buffering.
Ding, 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 like right in the back of their brain.
That's the same buffering too. James mentioned the little kids, the kids that are in school, but the 20-somethings who can't read. You know, you get those man on the street videos, and they don't know script. It's hard. They can't read cursive, and they can't read. They just can't read. Period.
You get mad.
They can't read anything that's not phonetic. I saw them trying to read like silhouette.
Right, silhouette.
And bow, like BOUGH. They don't know what that is. Buff. Yeah, they have no idea.
Right. But back to Toy Story 5, a couple of points I wanted to make. Over it was from Sunday to what was yesterday? Monday, Tuesday. I don't know. I watched see. I talk about people who can't read and I don't know what day it is.
You're allowed to not know what day it is.
But I watched Toy Story through Toy Story 5 between Sunday and Monday. So one thing I noticed, Woody, bless his heart, the You Got a Friend in Me theme song is perfect because Woody was ride or die, no toy left behind. There were a couple of points, especially in Toy Story 5, where I was like, God damn it, Woody, if you don't sit, he was not leaving anybody behind. He sends everybody else off to safety. No, I'm going to go back and get so-and-so. And then Buzz is like, well, no, you're my boy. I'm not letting you go by yourself. And it was just over and over, all through 1 through 5. And I was like, y'all, you really do have a friend in Woody because he is not going to leave you behind. But
Yeah.
Something I liked about 5 is there were several little black girls in Toy Story 5. And there was one family who went camping. They were camped out by the lake. And come nighttime, the little black girl had her bonnet on.
Nice.
And one of the main characters, Blaze, another little black girl, every night, Blaze was in her bonnet to protect her curl pattern. So I appreciate that in the character design of the little black girls in the Toy Story 5 movie.
I like that they had that little black girls like horses too. Like horses and things like that aren't just for white girls. Like or black girls like horses too.
Right.
Yeah, I like that.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, the parents just need to understand. You know, they don't want to hear their kid whining and crying, and it's like, you're the fucking adult. 2 hours is more than enough time for electronics. I mean, you know, my grandkids got in trouble. I pulled that shit. They're not seeing them tablets until the beginning of the school year, and I pulled that last year.
You also got to remember that CPS was invented because white women was killing their children. Child Protective Services.
You want those CPS? You call them motherfuckers and get them out of my house. Because you put these motherfuckers in my house and then that's what you can do. You want to come in here because they want to call and do whatever? Fuck out. Where you gonna live? What you gonna do? Where you going? Who's gonna pay for your shit? Nobody. So
well, they didn't know how to take care of the children because the black women used to do it.
I mean, they drowned them. They killed their kids.
Okay, this is taking a dark
traffic them. All of that.
Final words in Toy Story 5 before they take a morbid twist.
Great movie.
It is a good movie. Parents need to understand that they are the parents. Control your damn children. They need 2 hours. You're 13. You don't need a phone. You don't need a phone right now. You got 2 hours of time. If you give them a flip phone. They don't need all of these fancy ass shit. You need a phone to make a phone call. Calling me emergency is the only reason why you need a phone. So learn to control your kids. 2 hours is more than enough time. When they become 13, 14, 15, and you can give them more time. The older they get, the more time they get. It was a good movie. Too bad that they didn't understand. And that's more of the parents to go home and understand it and let it sink in. So I'm done.
Kyle and Teresa.
Great movie. I thought it was one of the better movies of the franchise. Definitely a lot of good lessons. It's a very timely movie for today. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I appreciate the treatment of the different characters, as well as like the upgrades. We mentioned Wi-Fi and stuff. Buzz has a drone mode in this movie, so I thought that was cute. It was a good movie. Should have seen it after Obsession, but it was a good movie.
All right, Joy of Furious, something y'all have seen since we were last here.
Have we talked about Teach You a Lesson?
No, we have not.
Oh, let me lean in. I know I'm a big K-drama fan. So again, K-drama is a broad term because it's basically any television entertainment coming out of Korea, and some are not romance or fantasy. Some is just straight up good old violence and
good old kick ass. I love that. So I love it. It was so good.
So in that case, I will talk about two. The first one being Bloodhounds. If you like good fights, if you like boxing, like what is it, the Dempsey role? Like they doing this technical boxing, they all got trained. Bloodhound season 1 and 2 is for you. Not to mention the chesticles is all out, like they all oiled up and whatnot. They fighting, but they fighting for real. And
Malachi came back on that one.
Matter of fact, look up the name Woo W-O-O Do D-O Han, Woo Do Han, and see what you find. But the Bloodhounds is a great, and it's one of those, we got to fight to save. It's kind of like Final Fight. We got to fight our way through all these bad guys to save the neighborhood. But it's really well done, and it is about well choreographed fights. Bloodhound season 2, they bring in a former K-pop idol named Rain. Do y'all remember the movie Ninja Assassin?
Yes.
Yes.
Rain, that's Ninja Assassin. That's him, and he's in season 2 of Bloodhounds as the bad guy.
Gotcha. That's why he looked familiar.
Yes, whooping ass and being mad about it. Like he just wanted to fight, and it was great. And they set up a season 3. I hope they do that too. Now, the show I plan to talk about was called Teach You a Lesson. In it, they have a guy that they refer to as the Korean John Cena because he kind of looks like him a little bit. Matter of fact, he was like, I'll take that. But he's former military. You know, he had a little military career, but he's an actor now. And the premise is he is a special forces cop who goes undercover at schools to root out the bullying, the crime, the drug dealing, all the stuff that's going on, the corrupt teachers, whatever it is that's going on at this school. He is going to fix it. But in the first episode and in subsequent episodes, in the first episode,
the very first episode,
he got to teach this bully at school a lesson. When I tell you he whoops this boy's hand, he slaps him down the hall.
I love it.
Twice.
Yes.
Fire out of his mouth.
Slap fire out of his mouth. And it shows you
not here.
Yes. They make a point of
I will
showing
slap you into next week type of slap. That's
like you see in the camera, like the hand just comes from like way back here. It's great. But it actually has a lot of heart because they end up rooting out, you know, bad characters. There's a through line of something bigger going on. He defends teachers from bad students. He defends students from bad teachers. He gets into school corruption. He's got politicians involved. Like it's a great, like I want to say 12 or 16 episode show. It may have only been 12, but each one is great. And he's got some good side characters too. There's a girl, she crazy. She was his former underling in the military or whatever. She is slap nuts, insane. And she was a substitute teacher a couple times. So yeah, the name of the show is Teach You a Lesson in Korean.
What is it on?
Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Add to your
Bloodhounds as well. Bloodhounds and Teach You a Lesson are both on Netflix.
So which one had the chesticles?
Bloodhound. Bloodhounds, and they got good like training. You know, they do the whole like picking up tires.
All of season 1 because he's fighting and he's got these tires and he has to hit. He's knocking these tires.
It's for the plot, isn't it, Malachi?
What happened?
The plot is very shiny.
Plot.
Oh, we love a good plot, don't we?
Yeah, the plot is nice and oiled up. Both seasons. Worth it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so before we get into X-Force, there was another show that's on Netflix. Is I Will Find You. Did anybody see that?
No.
Okay,
I forgot about it.
This one is a father who was accused of killing his son and had spent 5 years in jail. And this is a good, as I tell Teresa, because she loves whodunits, this is a good whodunit because you are going from, okay, this person did it. This person did it. It turned out that his son is not dead. He has to escape jail to try and get his son. And the plots is like, okay, so did the wife do it? Did the wife's husband do it? Because she remarried and she's pregnant now and getting ready to have another baby. It's like, did the father do it? It's crazy how you're jumping from person to person to try and figure out who did this, who actually, because somebody took the boy, he was kidnapped, but they brought another little boy in and they bashed that boy's head in. And they put that boy in the bed. And then the father and the uncle, and who were cops, buried the bat because they didn't want to implicate the son. And a woman was like, I saw him bury the bat. And they were like, we know that you lied on the stand because you couldn't see him do it because we did it. So it's like he has to go out and find all the people who were witnesses against him, and it's really good and turn out to be the person who it turns out to be fucking crazy. It's always the person that you least expect is the person who did it. So whether it's a nice, sweet old lady, that's the person who did it. So that's how you have to look at who done it.
You don't give it away now, because we're gonna be looking.
No, I'm not telling you. There's no sweet old lady in the movie. I'm just telling you, As an example, if you're watching a movie and it's a sweet old lady, she's probably the one who did it, because it's always the person that you least expect.
It's always Agatha all along.
So where can we find this?
Netflix.
Is that on Netflix as well?
That's on Netflix.
Okay, one more Netflix bump. It's been out for a while, but I didn't get around to watching it until last month. His and Hers. Did y'all see that?
No, thank you.
Yo, His and Hers has got the Valkyrie from Avengers. What's her name? Tessa Thompson. And Punisher.
Oh, yes.
John
Bernthal.
John Bernthal. Yeah. So the Valkyrie is married to the Punisher. And she's a reporter. He's a cop. There's so much going on in this show.
That's another whodunit. Yes.
Yes. It's another, and it's like, what? But who? What? Yo. And like, I binged it in a day. And 24 hours, because I started around noon. I stayed up till like 2 a.m. I woke up the next morning and watched an episode before I had to do what I had to do for work. And then I finished it like around 2:00 that afternoon. And when I finished it, I was like, oh, it's so good. I'm not going to tell you nothing else about it, but I will tell you it is 100% worth your time. His and Hers is still on Netflix.
Any chesticles?
Yes, there's some graphic sex in a couple places. Yeah.
Oh God.
Ladies First on Netflix. With so Sacha Baron Cohen essentially plays a CEO who bumps his head and wakes up in a world where women essentially run.
Yes. Yeah, I saw a trailer for that.
I saw that. Yeah.
And it has Sacha Baron Cohen chesticles, Malachi.
I'd love to.
That was a really good movie. That was a very good movie.
Netflix?
Very good movie. Yeah, it's on Netflix as well.
On Netflix.
Okay.
I have a recommendation from Netflix too, because when Netflix knows that you watch anime, it assumes that you watch anything Asian or with Asian people or about Asia or, you know. So it suggested to me my first K-drama, which was actually not a drama. And James is probably sick of me because I text him asking dumb questions. And I texted him and I said, if it's not a drama, but it's got Korean people, is it still a K-drama? And he was like, no, it could be a comedy too. Okay. It was a K-drama, my first, so I don't usually watch those. And it was a comedy. I don't usually watch those.
Was it funny,
it was really good. It's called Wonderfools.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And the reason I watched it was because it said people had superpowers. So people like accidentally got exposed to some stuff and developed superpowers. And I watched it and it was really cute.
So dramas, the reason they call them K-dramas is because Koreans borrowed the word drama from the English language, and basically it's any television show. Are you watching a drama? You know, is the way they say it. So yeah. So then we took it back and everything is K-drama. Yeah. So yeah, anything. Squid Games is a K-drama. Because it's a Korean television show.
It's a broad catch-all term.
Yeah, it's a broad catch-all term. It's like saying pop music.
Yeah.
Anything could be in there. Yeah.
Furious, what you got that you've seen?
I haven't watched very much new stuff. I've been playing catch up for potential Dragon Con things. So all of that to say, all I've been watching is getting caught up on Star Wars animation.
Cool. Speaking of Star Wars animation, I'm gonna put this quick drop in here. For those who have seen Star Wars Vision Season 1, the episode titled The Ninth Jedi is getting a complete series.
So which one was that again? Because
that's the one where like some beacon goes out and pulls in what you assume are a bunch of Jedi because like something's happening in the universe. There's not that many left, but half the room is Sith. And the Sith pretty much go on a tear, killing these brand new Jedi who have been called to this temple or monolith, whatever it is. And one young kid actually makes it out and is able to get away from them.
That sounds really
good. They're not as good as Anakin then.
I mean, well,
one got away.
The world is set up to where like they're like no Jedi left, if any. So, but again, like all those who are Jedi who get called, they're like literally discovering, oh snap, I'm a Jedi. I thought this was a myth type thing. But when they get in a room, it's like nine of them in there, and half of them are Sith. So the Sith pretty much like, oh, cool, fresh meat. And everyone and those who are Jedi's like, okay, this is not what I signed up for. I got to go. And it's basically just them trying to survive like the rest of the episode. But it's getting an entire, it's getting a first season of a series. I think next year is when it's slated to come out. Yeah. So that's something to look forward to. Movie I saw recently is called The Furious. Quick synopsis is it's a Korean film. A father whose daughter is kidnapped and a man whose wife disappears team up to take down a trafficking ring. Think of The Raid meets Bloodhounds, basically. Because they are literally fighting through a whole group of people.
Is it serious or a buddy cop kind of thing?
It's set up like a buddy cop, but neither of them are law enforcement.
Okay, but there's a little comedy to it too, right?
Oh, there's no comedy to this. These
not
two,
buddy cop. Okay, so
these two are like straight laced serious because one's trying to find his wife and the other one's trying to find, rescue his daughter. And they reluctantly team up because when they first meet, they think the other is involved with the trafficking ring.
Makes sense.
So there's a little tension between them, and then they realize, oh, we're on the same side. Let's find our way up the chain and find our loved ones and take care of this. But again, we mentioned fight choreography with Bloodhounds. You watch K-drama with good fight choreography, and then you look at America cinema, and you're like,
y'all ain't trying. Ooh! I got one more. It's a C drama from China. So same thing. You watching subtitles either way, so it don't really matter. But it's called Pursuit of Jade. And I don't think we've talked about it since the last time we were here. Pursuit of Jade. Now, it's 40 episodes. So good luck with that. However, I found myself, it's a romance set in like a historical period, etc. But then there's a little bit of fantasy to it. Like the main character, female lead, is like ridiculously strong because she's like slaughters pigs and she goes on to be like a general in the army. The main male lead is like royalty in the army, and he gets hurt and somebody trying to kill him, so he hides out at her house, and in order to stay at her house he ends up having to marry her and be a house husband so that he can hide and convalesce in peace. But she's like, no, for real, I need a house husband. And he's like, I bet. And they actually kind of digging each other, but then he has to go back and be a sergeant and blah blah blah. But there's a lot of intrigue. There's three or four couples in the whole thing from a romance standpoint, and they're all great. There's two kids. Y'all know I don't like children. When I tell you these kids have my whole heart, they stole the show. They were good actors. They were good actors. And I found myself like, I want a sequel for when they grow up because I need to see what happened with these two kids. They weren't annoying at all. They were funny. And there's a goose or some sort of like homing eagle. There's a bird in there that is clearly made out of stuffed animal material. And like they don't even try to hide the fact that this bird is not real at all. It's ridiculous. But the show is good. Malachi, the men are prettier than most women.
That's nice.
In the United States.
We don't do ugly. No.
They are gorgeous. And there's one guy, he's a villain and he's silver hair. He's another, he also has kind of a love story arc. He's a villain, he got silver hair, he's a misunderstood, tragic type that you just want to save and fix, even though he's probably going to murder you in your sleep. It's so good.
It'll be worth it though, right?
It'll be worth it.
Oh, yeah. Malachi, what have you seen recently?
Aside from Backrooms and X-Men 97 season 2, and The Vampire Lestat, I've been actually nostalgic. I don't know if you guys have heard of the show Penny Dreadful.
Yeah.
Yes, I love Penny Dreadful.
Yeah, so there was a Facebook post that I saw about 2 weeks ago about Vanessa Ives, who is one of the best, literary characters. And I said, let me go back to the series that I loved so much, 10 years ago. And I've been binging that, and it still holds up. It, it still has that gothic beauty to it. And even though I know that the creator of the show, like he was meant for it to be 3 seasons, but you can tell like you really could have done like an additional 2 or 3 seasons because it's that good. the acting is so compelling and the characters are so like tragic and just utterly delicious. So yeah, I've been watching that. But the Vampire Lestat has been it has been really intense. Now, I haven't read the books. Well, I read Interview with the Vampire, most of it when I was in high school. But and I knew about the Vampire Lestat because I watched, the movie with Aaliyah in it, back in 2002.
Yeah.
So I said, let me see how they're going to do it for AMC because they've taken a lot of liberties that actually work in favor of the show. They're able to show the true and hinted at relationship between Louis and Lestat. But I think all of us was waiting to see how they would bring out the Queen of the Damned. And she actually made her appearance, in the past episode. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with her, but she was actually in Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness. She played
she's gorgeous.
Yeah, well, yeah.
She was gorgeous.
But she was in that movie. But I was like, you want her to play Aaliyah's character, even though it's Aaliyah brought her own light to it, even though both the characters look nothing like Akasha in the book, this pasty white woman. But seeing Sheila's take on Akasha, it was scary, it was thrilling, and you're left wanting more. So yes, that's what I've been. That's what lately.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
So Malachi, is this season 3 of Interview with the Vampire, or is it season 1 of the Vampire Lestat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let's get into some animation with this thing behind me.
Oh my gosh! Let's talk about it right now.
Season 2. I'm a be perfectly honest, I refuse to watch episode 3 until tomorrow so I can watch it back to back with episode 4.
Okay.
So I've only seen the first 2 episodes, and what I've seen so far, I am absolutely loving the direction that they're going and what they've set up for the season. Not to be too spoilers about it. Them in the future and what was happening in the present day for this episode. If this is what we're doing, if we're finally getting episodes like this going forward, like give me another 5 seasons.
Wow.
Like for real, because the original cartoon when it was on in the 90s barely touched on any of the big storylines up to that point when it was on air. Like I think the biggest thing was that we were shocked we got the Phoenix Saga, right? And to follow it up a year later with the Dark Phoenix Saga. But that was about, they didn't even do the Phalanx justice in the 90s cartoon. They did it like a 2-part episode. And I'm like, there's definitely more to the Phalanx than this. But, for what it was then and what they were, allowed to do, wonderful. They are pushing the envelope with like all the, storylines that push the envelope or question how we live in our own reality and everything. And it's like, we're not pulling any punches. We're going to hit below the belt. We're going to enjoy doing it. You're going to like this commentary. And we're going to keep giving it to you. So sign me up.
Speaking of giving it to you, is Magneto and Little Magneto in this again?
Little Magneto.
Who is Little Magneto?
Y'all know who.
I know who Little Magneto is.
Little Magneto. Remember when he was spread eagle and that's Little Magneto. And the dog.
Magnus.
So the group that's in the past with Apocalypse, that's episodes 3 and 4. And I haven't watched episode 3 yet. Episode 1 was the group that got sent to the future with Cable. Episode 2 was the group stuck here in the present. And 3 and 4 is the group in the past. So I haven't watched anything with Magneto in it proper yet.
Okay.
Outside of flashbacks.
What time will the episode drop tomorrow?
Early, because last Wednesday the episodes was up before noon and I was shocked.
Nice.
Okay.
Let's just say, considering it was a holiday week, I actually had to work on Wednesday. I'm normally off, but they gave us the holiday on Friday. I was logged on my computer, but I was watching X-Men.
I'm gonna catch up.
Yeah. Other animated stuff that has been out or come out recently, we got Vox Machina season 4. If you're a fan of the show, you're still going to get the same quality goodness that you've gotten up until this point. Highly suggest watching. Mind-blowing finale, because it was like, wait, they actually did that, and that's all I'm going to say.
I screamed.
Yeah, I was not ready. Mighty Nine, actually surprisingly good.
It took a while for it to get its footing.
It does.
Yeah, the first episode bored me and I didn't go back to it.
Go back to it.
Okay.
Trust me, go back to it. Because I was surprised. Like, yeah, the first episode does move slow, but after that, it's like, we're just teaming up due to circumstance, and now we're actually beginning to like each other a little bit. So yeah, Mighty Nine was very good. Ghost in the Shell, I'm pretty sure we've all seen the clip of Tony Weaver. Yeah, episode 1 is out today on Amazon Prime. Tony Weaver is the English actor for Saito.
Congratulations to Tony Weaver.
Absolutely.
Yes, you talk about manifesting. I love what he did. I love what he did.
Definitely going to rewatch this episode again in English, because by habit I watch anime subtitled, so I'm definitely going to go back and watch it again in English, because Saito does speak in this episode. So I definitely want to hear his performance. Tony Weaver also did say in another post that he put up that he voices multiple characters, so listen out for his voice and see if you can figure out who he is. But Saito's the main one that he's doing. But yeah, and since it's on Amazon Prime, it's a week-to-week release. So episode 1 is up right now, and they are half-hour episodes.
I watched Apothecary Diaries again.
I actually want to see that.
It's really good.
I love it so much,
because the new season starts this fall.
Okay,
the new season starts this fall.
Probably closest in theme to maybe Sherlock. Like every episode is solving some kind of mystery through her uncanny knowledge of poisons and plants and whatnot. It's really, really good.
Absolutely. 2 things that quietly began or resumed. Season 3 of My Adventures with Superman began recently. Episode 4 was this past weekend. I know. If you love Superman, it's actually a good show. It's just hard to track down and find.
It's a good show, even if you don't love Superman, because you know how I feel about Superman, and I'm enjoying the show.
Yeah, it's very well done. I'm looking forward to what they do this season, especially what they did with Giganta. Never been a fan of that character. I am now. And the last thing I want to talk about animation-wise was, what was it? Oh, 1 part Goonies, 1 part Monster Squad, all animation. Stranger Things, the animated series.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
Did I finish that? I think I did finally finish that.
It did come on Netflix. I watched it over the last 2 days, yesterday and today. The first season.
It was good.
It was really good. And season 2 is coming this fall, so they ain't wasting no time.
Where does it sit in the timeline of the live action series? Or is this something completely separate?
No, it's within the series, because they reference things that happened before, because everything takes place in January of 1985.
Okay.
The entire first season is January of 1985. So whatever season ends in 84 or whatever, that's where they are.
Gotcha.
So that's all I got about that. The only other thing that I thought about bringing up, I don't know if anybody saw it or not, Spider Noir.
Oh, that was good. I enjoyed it.
I haven't.
Did you watch it in color or black and white?
I did black and white.
Okay. What'd you say, Teresa?
I haven't finished it.
Okay. How are you enjoying it so far, or are you enjoying it?
It's all right.
That's about the size of it. I want to say I enjoyed it. I was entertained, definitely. Nicolas Cage. This is one of those things where, just because he voiced the character in animation, he didn't have to play the live action version. Yeah. They legit could have got somebody else to play.
Somebody younger and more attractive.
Definitely younger and more attractive and better shape.
Yeah.
All the things.
Yeah. But he's executive producer and something else. He's got 2 credits behind the scenes.
Whenever you see somebody miscast as a superhero, they're the executive producer. Okay, right? First reach.
Remember, he is hell bent on playing a superhero because he wanted to play Superman way back when, and he's still bitter about it, as far as I'm concerned. Like he has not let that go. He already ruined freaking Ghost Rider.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
okay, but he got to do the Superman thing in
the Flash sequence at the end.
Don't remind me.
Which was CGI. Basically, they found that footage and they CGI'd him into that film.
Flash.
No, I do not. That's not my Flash.
No, Kyle, it happened. It happened. No, it exists. It's out there.
It's not my Flash.
He was advocating for that.
I mean, not your Flash, but hey, he could have been your Superman. He could have been your Superman.
Nope, not my Superman.
Let's put the receipts from.
Because
he was off that show's ass. Yes,
unlike Supergirl, I had high expectations of the Flash.
Why?
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 It's adapted from one of my favorite Flash stories of all time.
Okay, Flash.
Look, he was playing Flash. He was
that
weird.
Part.
And where is Ezra now?
Hopefully jail.
I don't know where they are. I don't know where they are right now.
He's most likely on home arrest, but he should be in jail.
They.
Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah.
They are probably on home arrest, but they shouldn't be in jail.
I don't know where they are. Hopefully they found peace, but they don't need to go anywhere near the Flash anymore.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Can't believe you thought that was going to be.
My Flash was WB.
I did. I did.
CW, WB, whatever. That was my
CW Flash. Grant Gustin. Yes, that's a good one.
He's the Flash.
That's one thing I never understood is the cast and the chemistry is so well done for Flash, the TV show. Why not just put them on the big screen? All of them. Do that.
Because DC doesn't know how to do quality live action movies.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Supergirl, right?
I liked it, but I don't know how high quality it is.
I guess that's for me saying that Captain America First Avenger was trash. I'll take that.
that. Yeah, you deserve that. Last thing, I don't know if anyone's seen the official final trailer for Last Airbender Avatar Aang.
I saw that trailer. It looked great to me.
Today. The movie is releasing on Paramount Plus at the end of the month.
It's a movie? I thought it was gonna be a series.
Movie.
If
you want to see it now, just go look it up on Twitter.
I was gonna say that, or there are other ways to sail the high seas and see it if you don't want to give the Ellisons your money and you don't want to subscribe to Paramount Plus. So
okay.
Yeah. I mean, the leak, I feel bad for the creators, the showrunners, and everyone who put their heart and soul into this project. I hate that it got leaked in that regards. Mm-hmm. At the same time, I like it as an FU to Paramount because how dare you say this is going to be a theatrical release and then decide, we're going to put it on our platform only. Mm-hmm. But for that, F them for that. And, to the people running Paramount Plus who made that decision, they deserve this. But the people who made the show, no, they don't deserve this. So it's kind of split on that. But that's all I got. Does anybody else have anything else they want to discuss? Run down real quick before.
Just one last show real quick. And this is the reason I was late because I was on the last episode and I needed to watch it. Witch Hat Atelier.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Teresa.
What is it again, Joy?
Witch Hat Atelier, ATEL.
Yeah, I haven't finished it. Teresa finished it.
I haven't finished it. I'm still on episode 3. I know Teresa finished it because it's magic. So
it's magic and it's great. And I love that the way it ended. I'm like, what the hell is happening right now? And so I can't wait for season 2. It's going to be great. And honestly, it's. I'll tell you how good the show is. I hate cutesy girl voices. And there's one girl in here, and her whole voice is cutesy girl, and I want her to.
I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about.
I want her to fall off a cliff or something, get eaten by him, something. Just be in a coma for the rest of the season, whatever. But yeah, I can't stand her voice, and I still watch that whole show. It was that good. It's the girl with the pink hair. I hate her.
And you said you loved the way it ended.
Mm-hmm.
Or something
Teresa
like
was
that.
like, I can't believe this ended this.
I was ranting on the
He
other
was
show
ranting.
because, you know,
All in caps. I can't believe this ended.
episode, you know, the episode ended, and you know how Crunchyroll is like, well, you're all caught up. I was like, excuse me?
Right. It's like preview something else. It's like, I think
That
was
is
that. For me. But I love the way it ended. One, it was spoiled for me a little bit because somebody else had talked about the very manga looking into it, like the black and white of it all. But I didn't know what I was seeing when I saw the clip on the internet. So then to see it in real life, I was like, oh, and even that whole last episode is very like manga driven. Like it looks like they pulled pages straight from the book, I believe. And also the main character is a little girl, but her witch master is also one of the main characters. And the whole time you're like, are you a good guy or not? Because sometimes you'll be doing some wild shit, bro.
Right.
And it ends with that. I still don't know. I still don't know if he's a good guy or not, or what this other group is. It has some religious overtones where, you know, don't believe the heathens kind of thing. It's really a good show. I can see why so many people like it. Mm-hmm.
I like it.
I definitely can see that.
Yeah. Was trying to remember his name.
Anybody else? Oh, sorry.
Freaky Free. Key Free. Yeah, not Freaky. Key Free.
You and these names, Lord of mercy. Anybody else got anything they want to holler about before we get out of here? Going once, going twice. Then I will close with Hell's Paradise. 2 seasons, 25 episodes. The setup, Shogun era Japan, bunch of criminals, basically death row criminals, are sent and paired up with an executioner to go to an island and find the elixir of life. Sounds very simple and straightforward until they get to the island where the elixir of life is supposed to be, and everything is like Neverland on PCP, and it's trying to kill them.
Is it
I think
animated?
I started this and stopped. So it's good. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Is this new, James?
Season 2 released earlier this year.
It's called Hell's Paradise, right?
Hell's Paradise.
Yeah, I think I did start this.
Hell's Paradise. I will let you know that the first 2 episodes are kind of slow because they're building everything, especially with the primary characters that you're going to be following throughout. But once episode 3 hits,
well, what is this one again? Episodes, I might not make it.
Yeah,
what is
I
it
need,
on again?
I need somebody to fight or die in the first episode, or I'm not gonna watch it. So.
I need somebody to fall in love or solve a mystery or something in the first episode.
Get kidnapped.
If it's just fighting, that ain't gonna.
Teresa, this ain't for you. This is an action anime.
Okay, then I won't even look it up.
This is action. This ain't for you. For you, I will discuss with Story of Wand and Sword season 2, because why the hell did you end that way?
Well, see, and now I don't even know how it ended, because I thought I had caught up.
Yeah, and that's why I'm not going to say anything.
Once again, Crunchyroll was like, "Well, that's all of the dubbed episodes. Everything else is in Japanese," and I'm like, I thought it was over, but no, it was that recap episode that is only subtitles, and then the rest of the season is dubbed, which I have to go back and watch.
Gotcha. So you got to watch all of season 2.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. When you get to the end, hit me up, because I'm still pissed off. Like, why here? Why this way? After everything my man went through to get to this point, why'd I do this to me? All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for us tonight. Wonderful panel. Thank you all for being here. Thank all the viewers for watching us. Catch us again, maybe later on at the end of the month or early next month. We haven't decided yet. We'll play this by ear with all the conventions and stuff that we're preparing for coming up. Anybody want to plug anything before we get out of here? Last chance.
I'm going to DreamCon.
Yay.
Okay.
Watch Steel Sharp and Steel on YouTube Thursday nights, 8:30. 7:30.
7:30. All right. And you can catch myself and that dude all the way down there at the bottom, Furious, tomorrow night here on the Moana Nui podcast with Geek Speak on Sports. And with that, I will say good night. Say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If they won't tell it, we will.
If this the land of the free, it was a freedom then, when they annexed Hawaii and called it Cedar Lands, without any type of payment and no signing off. Called themselves a republic in 1894. 1.2 million acres overtaken from the native Hawaiians. When they resisted, the West retaliated in violence and erasure. The Hawaiian language is banned as part of colonialism's plan to expand, yeah.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe as a part of their ongoing war with Asia. Used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. No work out for all the locals. School will never let you know. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. We will.
So if you put Hawaii into perspective, well, Black and Asian history is interconnected. Considering the fight with the Pacific, then of course, versus Asia, they was treated as a middleman for war, but didn't let the Western colorism run its course, cause dark skin was a sign of dignity to core. The land was taken in the name of capitalism, when prior to it was an actual kingdom. Clap back at the system.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe as a part of their ongoing war with Asia. Used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. They work out for all the locals. School will never let you know. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. We will.